Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on computer organization and architecture. So we'll discuss lecture number 6 of module number 1. Contents covered in the previous lecture are binary number and number representation. So under number representation we have discussed three different systems. So the three different systems are sign and magnitude, 1's complement as well as 2's complement. So the three systems were discussed in the previous lecture. Contents covered in this lecture are arithmetic operations using 2's complement form as well as overflow in the arithmetic operations. Learning outcomes. So after this lecture, the students will have a better understanding of arithmetic operations using 2's complement form. Also they are going to understand what is an overflow as well as how we can detect an overflow. So that is detection of overflow once that arithmetic operation is performed. So all these contents are covered in this lecture. Bloom's taxonomy level. So here the concepts that we are discussing is regarding performing arithmetic operation by using 2's complement form, and later we are going to compare 2's complement operation with the 1's complement operation. So as we are going to compare, it is going to fall in the Bloom's taxonomy level number 4, that is analysis. So this is regarding Bloom's taxonomy level with respect to today's lecture. 2's complement arithmetic. So first we will discuss addition of one bit positive number. So let us take a individual bit, that is 1 bit for performing an addition. So here with respect to 1 bit operation, we know there are 4 combinations. The 4 combinations are 0 0, 1 0, 0 1 and 1 1. So in order to perform addition, so 0 plus 0 we are going to get the result as 0, 1 plus 0 we will get the result as 1, and 0 plus 1 is 1, whereas 1 plus 1 is, it is going to produce the result as 2, whereas 2 in a binary system it is represented as 1 0. So where 0 is a sum and 1 is the carry. So this is addition of 1 bit positive number. So now let us understand 2's complement arithmetic operation with the help of a graphical method. So even we can perform arithmetic operation by using 2's complement system that is with the help of a graphical method. So here in case of 2's complement system, that is in case of a graphical method, we have a circle representation for integer modulo n. So where n can be any number system, it is having that is total number of possible combinations. So all the combinations from 0 to n minus 1, it is written over here. So similarly for mod 16, if I consider a mod 16 system, then we will be having a total 16 number of combinations starting from 4 zeros and last number is 4 ones. So this is 2's complement that is inside a circle we have written the 2's complement numbers that is going to fall within the range of mod 16. So it starts from 0 and reaches up to plus 7, and next number is from minus 8, 7, 6 up to minus 1. So these are the 16 values in case of mod 16. So this is regarding a graphical method. So now how this graphical method can be used to perform an arithmetic operation by using 2's complement method, that is 2's complement operation. So to perform addition operation of a plus b mod 16 in a graphical technique, so first thing is that a and b are the two numbers that need to be added. So we are going to make use of a graphical method. So how this graphical technique can be implemented is, so that is we are supposed to locate the number a and we need to move for b units in the clockwise direction. So as we are going to make use of mod n, where n is equal to 16, so mod 16 system must be used. So here this is a mod 16 system graphical representation, so wherein it is going to consist of all the possible values for positive number as well as for negative numbers when a 4-bit system is considered. So now how this operation can be implemented, that is performing an addition operation with the help of a graphical method. So how this operation can be implemented is, we need to locate an variable a or the first number a, and then we need to move for b units in a clockwise direction. So now let us consider an example. First example is 7 plus 4 mod 16. It is going to give the result as 11. So now the first number is considered to be as a and the second number needs to be considered as b. So first you need to locate 7 in this circle. So 7 is available at this place. So 7 value is 0 1 1. So next thing is that you are supposed to move for 4 number of units. So 4 number of units is, so that is you have to move for 4 number of units in the clockwise direction. So moving in the clockwise direction, locate at this place and then you have to move for 4 units. So that is 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 and next number is 1 0 1 1, so which is 11. So similarly, if I want to go for the second operation, 7 plus of minus 3 mod 16. So if I want to do this operation, so now total b indicates what? Total number of units. So b indicates that many number of units we are supposed to move. So now first number is 7, which is nothing but a. We are supposed to locate at 7. So locating at 7, it is 0 1 1. So we are at a position and then we are supposed to move for b units. So what is b now? So b is minus 3. So minus 3 corresponding value is 1101. So 1101 is nothing but it is 13. So now you move 13 number of units in a clockwise direction starting from the number 7, that is 0 1 1. So you be at 0 1 1, then move for the value 1101, that is for nothing but 13 in a clockwise direction. So 13 means this is 1 2 13 number of units. So we have to move for 13 number of units. So next is, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So now 7 plus of minus 3 mod 16 means we are going to get the result as plus 4. So this is how to perform arithmetic operation by using a graphical method. So now let us discuss the rules for performing addition and subtraction of n-bit signed numbers using 2's complement. So now here the two rules are formulated when we want to perform addition operation as well as subtraction operation when we are using 2's complement system. So whenever we are using a 2's complement system, so now let us check out the first rule, how addition operation is going to perform. So in order to add two numbers, so add their n-bit representation, ignoring the carryout signal from the MSB position, the sum will be algebraically correct value in the 2's complement representation as long as it is in the range, that is 2 raised to minus n minus 1 till plus 2 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. So what the rule number 1 says that we are supposed to perform addition of two numbers including the sign bit also, and once the carry is generated, ignore that carry so that we are going to get the results. The result obtained is algebraically, it is a correct value. So this is rule number 1. Whenever we want to perform an addition operation, we are supposed to make use of this rule. So I repeat, the rule says that if you want to perform addition of two numbers, then you are supposed to take all the bits including a sign bit also. So perform addition of those two numbers. If at all a carry is generated, then carry is generated from the MSB bit position, ignore that carry. So once that carry is ignored, ultimately the remaining sum, it is going to be a correct value. So this is rule 1 for performing an addition operation. So similarly, what is the rule for performing a subtraction operation when we are using 2's complement system? So suppose if I want to perform subtraction operation with the help of 2's complement system, so now in order to subtract the two numbers, say for example the two numbers are x and y, that is to perform x minus y, we are supposed to take a 2's complement of y, and finally we need to add it to an x. So what we are supposed to do, when a two numbers are used, if I want to perform subtraction operation, that is x minus y, then we need to take 2's complement of y. After taking 2's complement of y, that result after taking 2's complement of y, that needs to be added to x value. So again, as we are going to perform an addition operation, that is adding 2's complement of y to an x, whenever we are adding we may get a carry. So if at all a carry is generated, so then we need to ignore that carry. So that is, the result will be algebraically correct value in the 2's complement representation if the answer is in this range. So if the answer must be in this range, as well as if the carry is generated, so ignore the carry as we have discussed with respect to rule number 1. So these are the two rules that needs to be remembered while performing addition operation in case of 2's complement system. So now let us discuss few examples in order to perform an addition operation in 2's complement system. So as we are going to perform addition operation in 2's complement system, we are supposed to follow the rule number 1. So what rule number 1 says, that we can perform addition of two numbers. So after performing an addition of two numbers, if at all a carry is generated, we need to ignore that carry so that result will be correct. So now the first number is 4 plus 3. So 4 plus 3, it is going to produce the result as 7. So you can add the number. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0. So there is no carry generated outside. So this is 0, 1, 1, 1 is the sum of 4 plus 3, which is nothing but 7. So similarly, we have 4 minus 3. So 4 minus 3 is 4 is indicated as 0, 1, 0, 0, whereas minus 3. So minus 3 means, so in a graph method you can check out what is the value for minus 3. So minus 3 is nothing but it is 1101. So copy that number 1101 here. So now you can perform an addition operation. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry generated is 1, again 0 plus 1 is 1, and carry of a previous, that is third position carry, we got it as 1. So it comes to 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 means it is represented as 0, 1. So we are going to get a carry over here. So this carry needs to be ignored. So you need to ignore this carry. Only thing is that this much part of the result needs to be considered, where we have separated by this line. So only this result needs to be considered. So 0, 0, 0, 1 is the answer for 4 minus 3. Ignore the carry. So this is how we are going to work in case of an addition operation while using a 2's complement method. So similarly, we have minus 4. So minus 4 is represented as 1101, 1100, whereas minus 3 is represented as 1101. So now again you can perform an addition. 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 0, 1, carry, 1 plus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 means it is 3. So 3 is represented as 1, 1. So we are going to get a carry. So this carry needs to be ignored. So considering only this much part. So now the obtained result is 1001. So what is 1001 now? 1001 is minus 7. So therefore 4 minus 3 is minus 7, which is a correct result. So similarly, the fourth example says that minus 4 means it is 1100, whereas plus 3 is it is 0011. So now we perform an addition. 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is 4 ones. So 4 ones is the sum or it is a result of the addition operation of minus 4 and plus 3. So now we got 4 ones. So what is 4 ones now? So 4 ones indicates what? It is minus 1. So 4 ones means it is minus 1. So minus 1 is the result of the addition operation. So thus by ignoring the carry we are going to get the correct results while adding two numbers in case by using a 2's complement number system. So now let us discuss subtraction operation in 2's complement system, which is going to follow the rule number 2. So what rule number 2 says that, so whenever we are going to performing a subtraction operation, we are supposed to take a 2's complement of the second number, that is y operand, and then it should be added to the say for example second operand is nothing but it is a subtrahend. So subtrahend 2's complement needs to be taken and it should be added to the minuend, that is to the x number, x operand, or to the first number. So now here we have one example 1101, which is nothing but minus 3, and 1001, which is nothing but minus 7. So the type of operation that needs to be performed is subtraction, which is denoted by minus. So now we are supposed to take a 2's complement of the second operand y, that is in case of this example y is nothing but it is minus 7. So now minus 7 2's complement needs to be taken. So how to obtain the 2's complement of a number? So 2's complement of a number can be obtained by complementing every bit and adding 1 to that. So 1001, its 2's complement is 0110, add 1 to that, we are going to get 0111. So now 2's complement of the subtrahend is obtained or y operand is obtained. So now we are supposed to perform addition operation now. So 1 plus 1 is what? It is 0. Carry generated is 1. So 0 plus 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. Again a carry generated is 1. So now the operand, now the bits in the third position are 1 1 1. So perform 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 3. So 3 is represented as 1 1. So this value is 1 and a carry is generated. So now 1 plus 0 is 1, plus carry generated is 1, so it comes to 2. So therefore sum is 0 and carry generated is 1. So here already the carry generated, whatever the carry generated, that is 1, it is ignored. So this is going to give the result as plus 4. So here minus of minus means it becomes plus. So plus 7 minus 3, result is plus 4. So similarly the second example is we are supposed to perform subtraction operation for plus 2 and plus 4. That is plus 2 is denoted as 0010 and plus 4 is denoted as 0100. So now take the 2's complement of the subtrahend. We are supposed to take a 2's complement of the second operand, that is y operand. So taking a 2's complement is inverting all the bits and adding 1 for that second operand. So after performing that operation we got the result as 1100. So now you perform addition operation, and after performing addition operation, if at all a carry is generated, please ignore that carry. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So which is going to give the value as minus 2. Similarly the third example is also solved in the same manner. So now let us move to the one more important concept in case of 2's complement arithmetic, that is sign extension. So sign extension indicates that whenever we want to represent the number in a larger size, then automatically we are supposed to duplicate, or we are supposed to copy the sign bit into the remaining positions. So say for example in a 4-bit system for plus 4 it is denoted as 0100. So if the same number, if I want to represent it in an 8-bit system, then plus 4 can be represented in a 8-bit system by copying the MSB bit or the sign bit for the remaining positions. So here MSB bit is 0, that same bit is copied for the rest of the bits. So we are just going to copy the MSB bits, or we are going to just copy the sign bit to the remaining position, so it is extended. We are going to extend by copying the same number, so therefore total it becomes to an 8 bits. So whatever it is indicated, the numbers indicated in a red color, it indicates that these are sign extended values. So similarly, if I want to go for a representation of -4, -4 is indicated as 1101. So if the same number, if I want to represent in an 8-bit system, then automatically we need to give the sign extension for the remaining bits. So therefore this sign MSB bit is here 1, which is going to represent a negative number. 1 means always, whenever an MSB bit is 1, it indicates it is a negative number. That particular sign is extended for the remaining empty places. So it is 1111. So this indicates it is an 8-bit system for -4. So that is, we are going to make an extension. So this is called as an sign extension. And one more important concept is 2's complement system. It is used in modern computers because 2's complement system, it is simple and it is easy for calculation, hence it is used in case of 2's complement system, as well as 2's complement system is best compared to 1's complement. So why we say 2's complement system is best when we are comparing with a 1's complement? Because in case of 2's complement system, either we are performing an addition operation or we are performing a subtraction operation. If at all a carry is generated, we are going to ignore that carry. Whereas in case of 1's complement operation, while performing arithmetic operation, if a carry generated is 0, we are going to ignore that carry, and after performing an arithmetic operation, if at all a carry generated is 1, then we are going to add 1 to the result. So we will be adding +1 to the result. So this extra work needs to be done in case of 1's complement. So this extra correction operation, it is not required in case of 2's complement operation. Directly we are going to ignore the carry. So in case of a 2's complement system, so thus 2's complement system, it is used in modern computers. So if I want to compare 1's complement operation with the other system, that is in case of sign and magnitude, so 1's complement is good compared to sign and magnitude system, because in case of sign and magnitude system, we are going to completely dedicate 1 bit, that is MSB bit, for indication of sign. So this is going to reduce the size of the number. So therefore most of the time either we go for 2's complement operation or we are going to go for 1's complement operation. So among these three systems, that is sign and magnitude, 1's complement as well as 2's complement, the 2's complement operation is the best one compared with 1's complement as well as sign and magnitude. Thus 2's complement system, it is used in modern computers. So now let us discuss overflow in an arithmetic. So we are performing an arithmetic operation. While performing an arithmetic operation, we may come across the concept called as an overflow. So now what is this overflow? So overflow indicates that after performing an arithmetic operation, if the result is unable to represent in the range, then we say that an arithmetic overflow is going to occur. So perform an arithmetic operation, if the result we are unable to fit it within the representable range, then we say that arithmetic overflow is going to occur. Or even we say that when there are insufficient bits in the when there are insufficient bits in the binary representation, we say that it is not possible to portray the results. So therefore we say that overflow is going to occur. So now overflow can be considered in case of unsigned numbers as well as in case of signed numbers. So overflow in unsigned numbers occurs whenever there is a carry out from the MSB position. So when we are performing an addition operation or arithmetic operation with respect to an unsigned numbers, so if at all a carry is generated from an MSB bit, then we say that an overflow is going to occur. So similarly, in case of an signed numbers, when we are performing an arithmetic operation, there will be an overflow occurrence. So let us check how that particular overflow is going to occur. So in overflow, in addition of signed numbers, so overflow occurs when we are adding two numbers with that is overflow occurs when we are adding two numbers having the same sign. So if we are going to consider two numbers for performing an addition operation having the same sign, then if the result exceeds the range, then we say that an overflow is going to occur. Then when overflow is not going to occur, that is overflow does not occurs when we are adding two numbers having a different sign. So we will be using two numbers in order to perform addition operation. So those two numbers, if at all they are having a different sign, then we say that overflow is not going to occur. As well as while adding the two numbers considering a same sign, if the result is within the range, so if the result obtained is within the range, then we say that overflow is not going to occur. So these are the cases so when the overflow is not going to occur. So now how to detect an overflow? So overflow can be detected if there is a carry into the MSB position and no carry generated out of the MSB, or else even we can consider vice versa also. So there might be a carry generation from the MSB bit or no carry generation into an MSB bit. So this is one method of detection of overflow. So there is one more method of detection of an overflow. So when two operands, consider x and y, is having a same sign and result is denoted as yes, and its sign is of opposite with respect to the operands x and y. So in this case also we can, by using this method also we can detect an overflow. So this is one more method of detection of overflow. So now let us consider an example for overflow detection. So consider the numbers. I want to perform addition operation for 5 and 3. So now in order to perform addition of, after performing an addition of 5 and 3, I need to check whether an overflow is going to occur or not. So 5, it is represented as 0 1 0 1, and 3 it is represented as 0 0 1 1. So let us perform addition of these two numbers. So 1 plus 1 is 0. So 1 plus 1 is, it is 2. So 2 means it is represented as 1 0. Therefore sum is 0 and carry generated is 1. So now include the carry in the second position in order to perform addition of a second position. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1, again it is 2. 2 is represented as 0. Carry generated is 1. So now perform addition for the third position. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 0 is, it is 2. So 2 is represented as 0. Carry generated is 1. So now 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So now no carry generated. So how the overflow detection can be done? So overflow detection can be done. One is both the numbers must be of having the same sign. And one more method is that is whenever carry generated into an MSB position and no carry generated from the MSB position. So here carry is generated into an MSB position and no carry generated out from the MSB position. So thus we say that overflow is going to occur. So similarly take a second example, 5 plus 2. So I want to perform addition of these two numbers. So 5 is represented as 0 1 0 1, whereas 2 is 0 0 1 0. So perform addition of these two numbers. 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So observe this addition operation. So while observing, so there is no carry generated into an MSB, and even there is no carry out of the MSB. So thus we say that there is no overflow. So even next we'll go to characters. So similar like a numbers, even computer must be able to handle non-numeric text information consisting of a characters. So here characters can be a letters of alphabets, it can be a decimal digits, punctuation marks, etc. So these are represented by the codes with the help of 8 bits. So one of the representation is, it is an ASCII code. So that is American Standard Committee on Information Interchange. So this can be used for representing an non-numeric text, that is for representation of characters. So conclusion is, what all things we have discussed is, we have performed arithmetic operation by using 2's complement system. Later we have compared all the three systems, that is sign and magnitude, 1's complement as well as 2's complement operation. So after comparison we came to the conclusion that 2's complement is the best one, and that 2's complement system is used in case of all the modern computers in order to perform the arithmetic operation. So next is, we have discussed what is overflow, so as well as overflow in case of arithmetic operation, and even we have discussed how to detect an overflow. So that is after performing arithmetic operation, that is detection of overflow is done by discussing with the help of an examples. So this is regarding the conclusion of the topic what we have discussed. Thank you.